I still remember that evening. The sky was quiet, but my heart was not. A strange weight pressed against my chest, and you were sitting close enough to feel, yet distant as if an invisible wall had formed between us. In that distance, the silence grew louder than any words. I could speak louder than the rustling of leaves, louder than my own heartbeat. It echoed reminders of the things I could not say. I carried confessions I longed to make but feared would shatter the fragile connection between us. I thought you might notice, understand, maybe even hold me in my brokenness. And love made me believe in illusions. I told myself your quietness meant patience, your distance meant understanding, your stillness a subtle kind of affection. But slowly it became clear you did not stay. You left quietly, just as you came, leaving only echoes of your presence. I kept waiting for a text, a sign, anything, but nothing came. Days stretched into weeks, weeks into months. Every time I saw your smile in pictures, free and happy, I felt joy and sorrow entwined. Joy that you seemed at peace. Sorrow that your happiness no longer included me. I remember the times we laughed together. The small jokes. The quiet glances, the shared silence that felt like understanding. I wanted to hold on to every moment, thinking they could last forever. I wanted to tell you how much I loved you, how much you mattered, how the world felt brighter when you were around. Sometimes I would catch myself imagining what could have been. The conversations we never had, the words I never said. I thought love could live in unspoken words, but it seems not all hearts can read them. Walking alone through streets that once felt alive with your presence, I feel the hollowness of absence, the echo of memories that will not fade. I think about the times I longed for signs, a glance, a touch, a word that told me I was enough. And despite my hopes, despite my quiet prayers, I lost you anyway. Maybe this is how love ends, not with storms, not with shouting, but with quiet acceptance. A soft letting go, a gentle acknowledgement of what some people enter our lives to teach us to leave an imprint and then disappear. I never hated you. What I felt was longing, a persistent ache for the version of me that existed when you were around. A version that laughed, believed in magic, thought words could hold people close. I realized love is not always about holding on. Sometimes it is about knowing when to step back, when to release, when to accept that the person you hoped would read your mind simply will not. And that does not make you less deserving, less loving, less human. Maybe that is what love truly is, a soft goodbye, a gentle acknowledgement of what was, what could have been, and what must be left behind. I remember the small details, the way the sunlight fell on your face, the sound of your laughter in quiet moments, the little gestures that made ordinary moments feel extraordinary. I held on to those memories even when everything else felt empty. I think about the version of me that existed when you were around. The laughter, the hope, the belief in magic. And even though that version is different now, I still carry the lessons you left behind. The understanding that love is not always possession but presence. Not always about being held, but about learning to let go. If somehow, somewhere you hear this, know that I never stopped caring. I never stopped hoping, I only stopped trying. Because love is not always battles won or storms survived. Sometimes love is soft goodbyes and gentle acceptance. If you liked hearing this story or felt something from it, do not forget to leave a comment below, telling me where you are listening from, and subscribe to Words I Never Said for more stories that touch the heart.